This is Mr. Royce Media coming at you guys with yet another video. And this video is going to be a quick one, but I might actually expand it into a series of videos because I think this is important for the SYSBM brethren going forward as they move on with their lives. Those of us who follow the SYSBM lifestyle philosophy, especially for us older guys, we have a saying that SYSBM is for the children. Now, I understand a lot of the younger guys, they kind of look at it as more of a dating thing, and I get it. And actually a lot of single guys, they look at it as a dating thing. I understand that too, but really SYSBM is for the children. That being said, children are raised, they grow up, and they live their own lives. Now, a big thing with looking at SYSBM being for the children, you as a man, you'll spend a lot of time working to provide an adequate life for your partner and your children, for your partner to be able to raise your children the way you would like to see them raised. That can get pretty time consuming and expensive because, you know, that deals with education choices, tutoring, sports, different things like that. Things that every other parent would worry about as well, but particularly with the SYSBM community, you're grooming your children to go forth in a certain legacy, and that becomes time consuming and expensive. So that means you're going to spend a lot of hours grinding at either 9 to 5 or at a business if you are an entrepreneur. Either way, you got to finance that, and that takes time and it takes effort. That being said, you want to have a good partner, and whoever you choose as a partner, this is going to be important that once those kids grow up, then you have to think about the relationship beyond raising kids. Because make no mistake, marriage and cohabitation, well, more so with marriage is a function. It is a mechanism for raising children. But after the children are gone, then there's the relationship. And I say all that to say this: you don't want to get too caught up into working and working for and raising kids that you forget about your relationship. Especially being in the SYSBM community, you're going to be in relationships quite often that aren't conventional to what you may have been raised in. You may be with a partner that is from an Asian country. You may be in a relationship with a partner from a Latin American country, from a European country, from an African country, so forth and so on. And you have to focus on the relationship. Now, ideally, you pick a person that is most compatible, most compliant with what you see your vision is with the children, but you also have to think about that relationship as a whole so that you can be with a person that you can get along with, and that you can work with, and that you are happy to build a relationship with. Basically, in one of the words of Patrice O'Neal, someone that you can like and love. You know, someone that can exist in both of those realms. So this is important. And that being said, it's important that you make time to communicate with this person and spend time with this person and to develop that relationship. And it gets hard raising kids and working, and that person is raising kids and doing whatever. If she works outside the house or she works in the house, because raising kids is a full-time job. It is. Raising kids is a full-time job. And so you have to make sure you make time to develop that relationship. Especially so because you may be dealing with a person from a different culture, from a different background. So that's something very important that you have to take into consideration. And so, and this is really where I like to say courting comes in, because we all know dating is primarily for sex. Courting is for marriage. That's where you figure out if a person is compatible, if you and a person are compatible to be in a marriage and be able to cohabitate with each other. And so this is important. This is a person you can work out conflicts with. You can meet each other in compromises and different things like that. And that goes for any relationship, but I think it's even more so important with those of us who follow the SYSBM lifestyle, because you in effect are going to be learning about that person's culture and background, and they're going to be learning about yours, and it will be markedly different than the one you came from, unlike being with someone with a similar culture and background. Now, I'm not saying go and get somebody that came from what you came from. That's SYSBM, and I say do whatever the fuck you like, but understand what you're getting into, and understand that you're going to be putting in a little bit of extra work. And knowing that, you'll prepare yourself, and make sure you're talking with this person at all times, communicating, and be open and honest. I can't say that enough. Be open and honest, and make sure this person knows you better than anybody else. Anyway, this is all I have to say on this for now. More than likely, I'll be doing some other videos in a series related to this video. So this is Mr. Royce of Royce Media. Like, share, subscribe. Well, don't like, I don't give a shit. Anyway, it's Mr. Royce of Royce Media, and I'm out.